Welcome to Racing with Yortin Texas Racing. This is eSeniors Championship Season 4. We're starting GT4 today at Barcelona. We're going into qualifying here to see at my lap here. I had so many problems, I had to reboot the PC. Coming in here, 100 meter marker right there, that's my braking point. Coming in maybe a little bit deep. I want to be a little bit on the curb there. I'm hitting that curb pretty well. Here you have to be really patient coming around, and I'm not on optimal tires. I went in, I think I had less than 4 minutes left of qualifying, so I had to just do a quick warm-up lap, and here I am. So coming in, pretty much okay here. I'm stressing during this qualifying, but I need to get some sort of a time pretty good in here. Coming out, and I see cars in front of me, starting to be a little bit concerned that they're going to be impeded here. Braking point, yes, that's the right hand curb start. Coming in here pretty good. Coming up on this right hander here, I just lift or throw in the lower gear just as the left curb start ends, and he has a blue flag, as you probably saw there, Mr. Miles, so I'm braking right there by my braking point is that big yellow crane. Coming around here pretty good, and he's yielding there, which I'm really relieved over because I was blinking and flashing, you might have seen that. So coming into this chicane complex here, braking point just before the left hand curb ends. Just want to turn around here as quick as possible, get on the throttle, fan out a little bit here and get a late apex. I had to lift just a little bit there, and I'm coming in and I'm doing a 1:56.7, which isn't bad at all given that I only had 2 laps on these tires. My best is 1:55.2, I think it was, but I really wanted to do a low 1:56. But all that said, starting here, P19 rolling start. I put the marker there on my car. It's a silver Mercedes. Getting pretty hairy here. People are going like 4 wide, 3 wide, coming in almost 3 wide here into turn 1. And people are really behaving really well here. But we get a little nick there, and we see also that Chris Bourne in the purple car there, one of the top drivers, had gone sideways, and we're gonna see him actually fighting through the field. You can follow that in the live stream of this race. But I'm just glad to get out of turn 1 without any problems. Here I am sitting behind Stoppani. It gets really crowded here. And we going in too wide here into this turn. Little scared there. I had the Goddard on my left, the green car there, but he's coming behind me right here, and I'm able to get down to this hairpin here. It's always action there, and here we see a car flying away. So there we got a little fender bender too, so that car got disconnected, and you get that interesting feature where they fly out in space. So I think maybe one of those drivers that had a collision there got distracted by that event. So I've gained a couple of places now. I started in P19. We're gonna see when the table gets updated once you get out of this sector here. So survived the first lap, coming into P13 at this point. Not too bad. So coming in turn 1, we see Trowbridge going really wide, and he ends up behind Ambro. And I'm starting to chase him down here. So Trowbridge is in the Ginetta. That seems to be a pretty popular car this season. We don't see too many Mercedes. We have quite a few McLarens. We're gonna see how McLaren is really strong. And I don't know what happened there. Ambro just yielded all of a sudden. He possibly had some sort of a problem. So trying to keep up with Trowbridge here. So the GT4 cars, their tires take much longer to warm up. So here we're coming to the end of lap 4. So I really started to hook up on Trowbridge Ginetta here. So getting into his slipstream here. And I'm making a decision here to go on the inside at this point. He's going wide, and then, yeah, it was an idiot move by me. I'm really smoking up my tires there. Luckily Trowbridge could continue, but yeah, it was really, there was no space there. There was no reason for me to move there. So, lap 13. Still chasing Trowbridge. So he is fighting with Bywater, who has this incredible livery with the periodic table on in colorful design. So I don't know what happened there, but Trowbridge nicked Mr. Bywater and they go off. So I was really lucky to avoid that little collision there. Jumping forward again. So now we're in lap 15. So now I'm behind Ambro. And I'm coming up in the slipstream and I'm doing an inside here. But you notice I go much earlier on the inside than I did on Trowbridge. So it was a much more successful move here. I'm really pleased with that. And Ambro had time to see me. And yeah, that turned out to be a really good move. I don't know if you hear the cat meowing in the background here, but that's my life. I have a dog in my lap and I have cats meowing. So Ambro is still challenging me a little bit, but this move really sticks. And I'm super pleased with that. Lap 17, so I've caught up with Larsson and Britos here coming into turn 1. Britos in the McLaren and the yellow car there, the Porsche, is Larsson. So he gets a little slip there, Larsson does, and I'm able to capitalize that. Coming up next to him in turn 2. And he's going a little bit wide, and Britos capitalized on that, but he gets a little dording there and goes off. So yeah, my move was sticking there, so super happy with that. Now we're coming to lap 22, the very last lap, so I'm chasing now the McLaren, and I've been doing that for a couple of laps now, and it's so impossible to catch on the straight there. I just couldn't reach him. It was crazy. So here I am, just pushing and pushing on the last lap. My tires felt pretty good actually all around. I looked at my tires after this race, 40-minute race, and I didn't have any graining or anything. Obviously my front left was worn because that always overheats on this track. But overall I felt I had pretty good grip. So I'm keeping up with him here in the twisty bits. I'm doing a little bit better there. And we see we have this whole gaggle of cars behind us. But the McLaren, he's just he's holding the distance here. As we're coming into the last part of the track here in the GT4 season opener. Getting a good run on him here, but not really can't do anything here. It's really hard to pass here. And look at that. We see it from another view here. I was braking a little bit too late, and the only way for me to avoid hitting him was to go wide there. And as a result, I'm losing 2 positions. Pretty disappointing. I should have kept my cool there instead of kind of overcooking. So it's It's a fight to the end here as we're coming through the chicane. So we have Britos and Ambro and Larsson. So really good fight. Pretty pleased with the P11 anyway after starting P19. So please subscribe and like. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next race. Thank you.